Where there's life, there's hope. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to Life with Ria. This is our last video of the year 2022, and it's been an amazing year, full of ups and downs as usual. Let's say as usual. I mean, it's what it is, as usual. Starting from, my get to know me, to my vlogs, to, story times, to talking about Georgia, getting admission as a student, to, pros and cons of everything, and my wedding video. That's my last recently uploaded video, and if you've not watched it, do I need to say more? If you've not watched it, please do go and watch it. Drop a comment, a prayer, that will go a long way, and I'll be grateful for that. So I decided to wear red, commemorating the season we are in. Merry Christmas, by the way. I hope you've been enjoying some time with loved ones, friends, family, strangers, acquaintances, whatever it may be. I hope your Christmas has been filled with joy and laughter, and I hope you've been much more than celebrating with family, but you've had time to reflect on the reason for the season. This video is not my normal video. I felt led to do this, and I hope it blesses someone out there. Why is everything happening right now? Like, y'all need to chill, please. I just felt that 2022 has been a year. There are a lot of positive things that came with this year alongside some negative ones, but hello, we're not going to focus on the negative ones. I just felt to encourage someone out there, looking like me in your 20s, looking back on the year and you're not feeling like entering the new year. Where there's life, there's hope. So yes, let's dive right into the video. I'm talking about 4 ways we can add value to our life this coming year 2023. First one would be to have a routine. Develop a routine for yourself. Someone said years are made up of days, so if you choose each day to be productive, you would end up having a productive year. Taking to times help you develop a habit, and that will in turn form a routine, and in the long run you'll notice that you have a routine for your day, and you have a productive day. Being busy doesn't necessarily mean that you are productive. I hope we all know that. So choose each day to be productive, and in the long run we would have a productive year. And things to add to your routines can be, taking your bath at a certain time, waking up at a certain time, going to school, going to the gym, coming back, sticking to times. And I also advise that we add daily reflections to our routines, because that's the only way we know that we are growing. Second thing would be to build relationships. There are different types of relationships. We have romantic, we have platonic, we have covenant, we have several other relationships that I don't care to mention. And why we have those relationships is because we were not created for ourselves. We are created for others. You are created for me. I was created for you. That's why we are not okay when we are just isolated on our own to ourselves, except when we need a me time, when we need to recuperate, gain skills, gather momentum, and then come out. The times for me time, you kind of feel a lot more better when you go out and share it with someone who understands you and is able to share their own experience. We are created for each other. So seek to build meaningful and valuable relationships that would push you to be better. It's not every time vibes and vibes. I'm sure you have a lot of friends for that. This coming year, seek to create relationships that would push you to achieve that dream, relationships that would teach you a skill, relationships that will add value to your life. And I'm sure when you look back this time next year, you'll be grateful that you did that. The third thing will be to develop a new skill. Decide that this year you would pick an interest, however minimal it might be. Pick the interest and decide that you'll be skillful in that. One thing I know is that time rewards consistency. So you notice that when you do something over and over and over again, let's say, okay, you draw. You begin to draw, you decide, okay, this time every day, or this time every time this week, I'll draw this. You notice that even unconsciously, you don't need to set a reminder when you do it for over 5 months judiciously. You don't need to set a reminder anymore. You notice that it's already ingrained in your brain that, okay, at this time this week I'm to be doing this, I'm to be drawing. And you notice that with time you become skillful at that. You begin to seek ways to develop it. You begin to seek to be perfect at that thing. You begin to seek to be good at that thing. And you also notice that with your consistency in that, other people begin to tell you to monetize it because they've noticed how good you are, and that came from your consistency in developing that skill. So decide to pick an interest in a skill and to be skillful with that. The Bible also says that, seeth a man diligent in his work, he will stand before kings and not before men. Our skills take us places. That's from one. The mistake we all make is that at the beginning of the year we write like 20 things, 10 things we want to achieve, and we even end up not achieving even one. So I want to employ you this year. Write one thing. What's that one thing you want to achieve, and begin to work towards it. Developing our skills, we can also choose to learn about finances. I'm sure most of us want to have more money this year, so you can go ahead, read books, decide to spend on a need-to basis. I mean, if you're not where you are at, why would you just want to spend because you want this, you go and spend it? Is that this year you will be more disciplined in your finances. Read books on it. Cultivate an attitude of spending on a need-to basis. I'm sure that we'll be able to even save more. I'm sure that we'll be able to give more. I'm sure that our financial life will be on a whole different level this year. The fourth and most important thing I'd say is decide to get close to God. God is the only person that loves you regardless. He knows everything about you. He knows who you are. From your mother's womb, he already knew you and has chosen to give you the gift of his love. He's the one person that desires that you be the best. You don't even need to question his goodness. You don't need to, because even in your faithfulness, even in you not even talking to him, even in you not knowing him, he knows you. And he still desires that you be the best in anything you want to do. That should be enough reason to want to know him, that he's so selfless that even if you don't talk to him, even if you don't know him, he still wants you to achieve that your dream. He still wants you to be the best in anything you do. That should push you to want to know him. And how you start working towards knowing him is by reading him. And how to read him is going to the word. He's the word, and the word is him. When you want to get to know someone, when you want to get to date, when you want to date someone, when you're interested in someone, you give that person your time, right? Exactly. That's the same thing that applies to getting to know God. You give him your time. Set out a time to talk to him, and do that consistently. Like I said, time rewards consistency. So we've come to the end of this video. We've come to the end of this year. Oh my god, this is my last video for this year, and I just felt led to encourage you guys with this word. You can be better than where you are now. You can do it, and I'm waiting for you. You can always slide into my DM. You want to know anything, you want someone to encourage you, I can be your online big sister. Enough with us desiring to be something, to do something. Begin to apply the knowledge you have. Begin to do it. And enough with us being the admirers. Let us be the admired. But that requires work, and you have to put in the work. 2023, where there's life, there's hope. And I'm grateful that you stuck with me throughout the year, seeing life through my lens and navigating, this whole YouTube journey with me. Thank you so much for sticking to this point in the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. We go again next year. See you in my next video.